It was a day filled with more revealing testimony. After a 3-month break, the coroner's inquest into the 2012 RCMP shooting death of Greg Matters has resumed for a third week. There are 5 witnesses to take the stand in total before the jury deliberates on recommendations.
The inquest is looking into the events which led to the death of Greg Matters on September 10, 2012. That's when Matters was shot and killed by an emergency response team on his mother's Pineview property following 40 hours of negotiations with police. Those negotiations were launched after Matters had been in an altercation with his brother. ERT team leader Corporal Ryan Arnold resumed his testimony. He told the jury that at 6:50 p.m. on September 10th, Matters was preparing to surrender himself to police, but was spooked by a helicopter overhead. Matters was shot at 7:15. This is expected to be the final week of the inquest, which comes as a relief to Matters' sister Tracy.
We still have so many questions that need to be answered, and we still are hoping that we get recommendations that can be acted on. Would love to see the introduction of police cameras. Would love to see some financial assistance for families in our position.
The jury also saw a video of Arnold interviewing Matters in June 2011, more than a year prior to the events in question. In it, Arnold tells Matters there's been a picture painted of him as a pretty scary guy, at least on paper. It also shows Matters telling Arnold he is not a threat and that he would never lay his hands on anyone unless they laid a hand on him first. Tracy Matters says while this has been a personal issue for her, there could be potentially larger ramifications.
There's so many other issues that have been raised throughout this process, like the care for veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder, which won't be part of a recommendation, but we're just hoping that by making Greg's story known, that other issues can be tackled down the track, and at least some progress can be made along mental health, veterans issues, police accountability, that sort of thing.
The jury will hear from 4 more witnesses before it begins its deliberations on recommendations. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.